One conjecture is that the battle for succession that preceded Ashoka's accession to the throne may have left him bitter and hostile towards his ancestors. Did his father favor one of his brothers? There are detailed descriptions of the bloody and gruesome battle that Ashoka waged against his brothers in Buddhist hagiographies. The only safe assumption is that there was a period after the death of Bindusar when there was an interregnum, and an internal tussle may have gone on among the sons of Bindusar before Ashoka came out victorious. Another, and perhaps more likely possibility, is that Ashoka wanted to turn a new page in Indian history to inaugurate a new form of moral kingship. He states repeatedly, as we will discover, that what he is doing is unprecedented, something that none of his predecessors was able to accomplish. He contrasts repeatedly his innovative work in promoting dharma to that of past kings. He is doing what they failed to do, or never thought of doing. The omission of a genealogy may have been one way of signaling this break with the past. As the historian Upinder Singh notes, the absence of a genealogy in his inscriptions shows that he was not interested in looking back. He looked forward to his successors following his new model of kingship. Ashoka intimates that he is turning a new page in the annals of imperial governance. When all is said and done, however, we must acknowledge that we may never know for sure why Ashoka fails to mention his parents or grandparents. He does not claim legitimacy from his Mauryan ancestors or upbringing. He seems eager to let that past sink into oblivion. His legitimacy comes from his own virtue and devotion to his subjects, not from his blood relationship to previous kings. He is eager to inaugurate a new era. Perhaps he thought of it as an era of dharma. Yet, his disregard of his father and grandfather stands in stark contrast to what he preaches as dharma, one of whose central tenets, as we will learn in Chapter 9, is obedience to and reverence of mother and father, filial piety. Did he not notice this dissonance between his doctrine and practice? Ashoka is a complicated figure. He is much more complex than the monochromatic and one-dimensional portrait presented by Buddhist hagiographers and sometimes even by modern scholars. We will encounter the complexity of his personality frequently in the following chapters. It is this very complexity that makes him such a fascinating figure in the annals of ancient history.